Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over kind of how I do my hair and a little bit about my oil treatment that I do in my hair. So a lot of you have seen probably my post about how I use the Rejuvenate oil to in turn have less oil on my hair. So I kind of wanted to explain a little bit and go into kind of how I do that and what I use, what I do. Well, I guess you know what I use. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of explain that process and what it looks like, how much I use, all of that information. So I am on the third day hair, I believe, yeah, third day, and I have already put in some of this because I started to and I was like, I should do a video so I can use this as an example. So what I do is, this is the Rejuvenate oil. It comes in this dropper and you push the top, so you push the top and then the dropper will fill. So that's kind of how it works. But what I do is just literally go in, and as I go through, I push the dropper. I have a mirror in front of me, so that's what I'm looking at. So, and I'm not using a whole lot. Like this is, well, this is probably how much is in the dropper. These normally last, oh, I don't know. I want to say like 6 months. It lasts for a long time. I mean, I can still see the very top is full. It really doesn't take much. And at night I use this just on my face, and I'll literally put like 2 drops, and it goes on my whole face. So I don't have any makeup on, if you can't tell. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And it smells so good. So that's the basics of what I do, and then I go down, and my goal is to look like a greasy mess. I mean, completely greasy. So kind of disgusting, but it's what it takes. So I do this, it's probably been 2 or 3 weeks since I've done this, so it's normally like 1 to 1.5 a month. And I'm just going in where that ponytail was, and just everywhere. But my goal from this is to get the oil on my scalp, in turn to tell my scalp to stop producing so much oil. So after I do this, like I said, it's about every 2 or 3 weeks. At the end of those 2 weeks, which is what's now, I tend to be able to only go about 2 days comfortably without washing my hair. So I would like to obviously go longer than that. I'm just going to put a little bit on my hands and kind of rub it on my scalp all over. But yeah, once I do this, I'm able to go longer on my washes, or in between my washes, because I am putting the oil on the scalp. It's tricking it and thinking that I don't need to produce as much oil. When I don't use this as often, my scalp is thinking that it's dry and needs oil, so that's why it is producing more oil. So I can go longer after I do the oil treatment because my hair or my scalp knows it has the nourishment and the oil that it needs, so it's not going to overproduce. If you have any questions specifically regarding that, just comment below and I can explain it a little bit more to you, but that is the basic explanation. I'm still taking a few drops and putting it all over. I tend to get oil right here and around my ears because I touch that part a lot. What is this? The little hairs around your ears. I tuck them, so I get oil there. I get oil right here because I like to go like this when I have clean hair. And then back here is just like, I don't know if it's just a hard spot for me to get to, or I don't know, but that's, I get a lot of oil there as well. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna let this sit for probably like an hour. Some people, and I know it looks so greasy, it's really disgusting, but it's really nice after I do it. So I'm just gonna cover this. But some people like to sleep in it, so they'll do this and then sleep in it all night. You can do I'd say at least an hour or 2 hours. So yeah, that's what I would recommend for the oil treatment, and that's pretty much what it looks like. What I do, I just make sure it's all over the scalp, and especially in my trouble areas. So I'm going to let this sit for at least an hour and then shower, and then I will be back. Okay, I just finished showering, and now I'm going to show you what shampoo I use in the shower. I use the hydration line, and this is great for thick hair like I have. It's great for anybody with damage, chemically treated. If it is color treated, anything like that, if they have dryness, frizziness, it's great. But for me, I use it because it is great for the thick hair, and if I use the volume line, it wouldn't be enough to cleanse my hair. So this is what I use. I wash once, and I use about a dime size amount. And because it is a concentrate, there's not as much water as you get in other shampoos, so you mix it with just the water that is already on your head from the shower. So I use about a dime size, or about all over my scalp, and it's not gonna foam much. Mine foams a little bit just because I don't have as much buildup on my hair. But I let that sit for about 2 minutes, then I wash it out, and then I go again with another dime size amount on my scalp, and I let that I rub it all over my scalp and let it foam, and then I let it sit for another 2-3 minutes. A few things that I do if it's not foaming, then I will go in with just a little bit more, or I'll dip my head under the shower and get some water, and then I'll rub in, and normally it's gonna foam from just putting more water on my head. So I let that sit, wash it out, and I wash it out very, very, very thoroughly. I go about probably 5 times under the shower head, and that is because one, I had all the oil on my hair, so I want to make sure that I have every ounce of oil out of my hair. I don't want anything left. If once I dry my hair, then I'll see if there's spots that I missed oil, and unfortunately I'll just be oil in that spot for a few days. So I try to really make sure that doesn't happen, and so I wash like way more than normal. I mean, normally, like, without having the oil, I wash probably like 3 or 4 times in the shower, but when I have the oil in my hair, I wash it like so much, and I go like on each section, I just put the faucet on my hair to make sure every single thing is out. Some of you who may not have oil ever, if you have stuff left in your hair that you don't wash out, it's gonna, you have a residue, and you're gonna think that you're having oil secretion, and it's really just not getting the shampoo out. The next thing that I do when I get out of the shower, or even when I'm in the shower, about 1 time a week I use the mask, and that is a protein mask. If you use it more than once a week, it's going to dry out your hair, so you definitely don't want to use that more than once a week. You let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you wash it out. And I normally do that as a conditioner 1 time a week, but all the other days I use the Restore leave-in conditioner, and I either put it in when I'm in the shower, like I'll rinse out my hair, or wring out my hair, turn off the shower, and then I'll put a few pumps of this in my hair. Otherwise, I will not, and I'll get out of the shower, wring out my hair again, and put on the Rejuva beads, but I did that a few days ago, so I'm still good for the Rejuva beads. You don't want to put the Rejuva beads on after this, because this is not going to let the Rejuva beads get right to the hair shaft, so that's a tip that you might need in the future. But yeah, I use the leave-in conditioner after. I just did about 2 pumps, and I'm just going to dab it on my hands and put it on the ends. And I don't use very much. And normally my hair is a little bit more wet than it is now. but it's still gonna be fine. I hit my head on a wall earlier, so if you can't tell, I have a bump right here on my head. I was trying to find an outlet, and I just hit my head on the wall, so what's new? If you also noticed, I did my makeup, and so the last thing I'm going to do is set it with the hairspray, and sounds weird, but yes, I'm going to put it on my face. It's a great setting spray for your makeup. You want to make sure this is shaken because there's the rejuvenating oil in it, so you want to shake it really good. Just spray a little bit. And I really have found that it stays really well with that, and I'm also knowing that I'm not putting chemicals on my face because that is paraben-free, sulfate-free. It's not flammable, so I know that I'm not putting anything hazardous on my face. The next step that I'm going to take is to use the Reshape Root Lifter, and this is like a spray squirt bottle. And what I do is put it on different sections of my hair where I want a little bit more oomph. This helps increase hair density, strength, and manageability. Spray into damp hair, concentrating on the roots. Blow dry hair and style as usual. One thing that you also want to do is whenever you blow dry, you'll see me blow drying in the opposite direction. So once I spray this here, when I blow dry, I'm going to blow dry that way because that is the direction that I want the hair to be blow dried, so then I have more volume whenever I bring it back. And today I am doing a middle part, so part accordingly to whatever you want to have for the day. Then the last step before blow drying my hair, I'm going to use the blowout cream, and this is also infused with the rejuvenating oil. It helps prevent heat damage, smooth frizz, and provide a long-lasting blowout. And again, I'm just going to take a little bit. It says 1 to 2/4 size amounts to freshly washed damp hair evenly from root to tip. Blow dry and style as desired. So I'm not going to use as much as the bottle says because I don't have as much hair, I don't feel like, as the normal human. Normally I feel like their hair's longer, and since I'm in short, I don't need as much, even though my hair is thick. So I'm just putting that all through my hair. And again, I'm not creating any buildup because these are naturally based. From here, I'm going to just part my hair up. And I don't like to have that super tight just because I find it uncomfortable. So I'm going to blow dry. This is the next layer, and I'm just going to start by blow drying where I sprayed that root lifter the opposite way. Alright, so I just finished, and I'm going to go curl my hair. It feels super smooth, no frizz, no nothing like that. You can see I have more volume right in here. So yeah, I am obviously not a hairstylist, so my blow drying may not be up to the standards of a hairstylist, but that's what works for me, and I will be back with my hair curled. So I actually just decided to show you guys how I curl my hair. I'll speed it up for the whole thing, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like. I take, I don't know, it's like an inch maybe and a half. Leave the ends out, clamp it, do a curl, let it sit for just a few seconds. I pull down and then I let go. Because I don't want like a tight curl. I don't want like a ringlet. I just want a little wave. periodically I'll go in and go the opposite way. Because I like the texture of that, I like the variety. Okay, so this is the final product. I did some more in the front to get more body, but that is the look that I tried to get. I'm going to do a few more things. This is the Tousled Texturizing Mist, and it creates multiple styles with a variety of texture and effortlessly. It's great for making my hair look piecey, so I'm just going to spray it in just a few spots on the top. It's kind of like a straight shot, so I'm just going to do a few spots just in this front area to kind of keep it like piecey and in the curl. So that is honestly all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go in with the hairspray. My fingers can still be run through. My fingers can still run through everything, and that's what I love about the hairspray. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is put on this Buxom Gloss. It is the color White Russian, and I really love this color because it's sheer, but it still adds a little bit of color. And the shine is really good. My friend Sarah told me about this gloss, and I can't stop using it now, So that completes today's video. I hope that you have learned a little bit more about how to use the Monat products, and I hope that you can learn some knowledge from this video. So I will see you next time. Bye. Don't make noises. Penny, that's not gonna work. Penny, get out. Go. Go. Alright, well that completes today's, whatever this is.